Thanks for joining us on the weekend edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani. Coming up, the People's Republic of China demonstrates the financial solidarity with December trough victims. Government apprenticeship program graduates 119 individuals, and the National Accreditation Board advises potential students to be on the alert for schools presenting degrees in short periods of time. Stay tuned for these and other interesting stories after this.
Dominica is blessed with an abundance of water, but getting it to your home is an expensive venture. You have a responsibility to conserve water, to use it wisely. Remember the old adage, you never miss the water till the well runs dry. Think water, think life.
Thanks for staying with us. 119 individuals have benefited from skills training provided through the apprenticeship program of the Ministry of Employment, Trade, Industry and Diaspora Affairs. A ceremony at the Cabrit's Krishi birth on Thursday marked the end of the Hospitality, Culinary Arts and Manicure and Pedicure apprenticeship training modules. In 2012, government expanded the Small Business Support Unit to include employment initiatives. The first initiative launched was the apprenticeship training program.
This program was introduced in an effort to align the skills base to the requirements of the labor market more closely. This program was also in response to a number of complaints from businesses about the lack of skilled workers in various industries.
In October 2013, the Ministry of Employment launched a hospitality skills training program, which included bartending, customer service, front desk operations, and housekeeping. The training was held at the Dominica State College, the Purple Turtle Beach Club, and the Regents Hotel. President of the Dominica State College, Dr. Donald Peters, has great expectations of the graduates.
We expect you to make a difference in your society. You need to be proud of this day because you have achieved the competence and skills that you need in an industry which is one of the main industries in your country. I may not be as important to you to Dominica as you are to the industry because you can make money for Dominica, probably I can. I just run about it. So in the end, what you do is important because you can use that skill to help yourself, your family, and your country.
Minister for Employment, Trade, Industry and Diaspora Affairs, Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre, explained that the apprenticeship program is designed to empower the participants.
You have been trained, you have received training already in terms of on-the-job, regular training from the various facilitators we have here. So you're ready. You have a little paper in your hands too. That's critical. We didn't just take you and run you for a basic program. We place some cream on you, give you some, prestige. We can go there and market yourself. No, this is a very, very smart partnership we have here between the Dominica Labour Party, the government of Dominica, and you, the graduating class today. I would like you to honor this relationship, cherish it, because this is a government that cares for your future.
Meantime, graduates of the program, like Royette Cook, who is the mother of 11 children, have expressed positive reviews of the program.
I took that time out from my family to complete this course because I saw I needed to do it. Presently, I am hoping to start my own business, as many of you here are too. With the help of the Prime Minister and everybody else that actually collaborated with this program, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to prove to myself and others that all of us can do it. If I can, you can too.
We are aware of a couple rough years due to economic downturn bringing an increase in unemployment. However, the government came up with a brilliant solution by creating the National Employment Program.
To our loving Prime Minister, we want to say thank you for giving us this opportunity of employment, for funding this foundation, and getting the right candidates on board to make it a success.
We do hope that this program will continue so that others may get the opportunity to reach their goals with assistance and training from the small business units.
The graduates have received this assurance from government.
I can give you the assurances that all of you who have completed this program, you will be engaged one way or the other. One way or the other, you will be engaged. I've been advised about 85% of them have been engaged already, and we've been paying the salaries of all of them. And I know there's some, particularly in regards to those who've done the pedicure and manicure program, we have a solution to your particular challenge. And the Ministry of Employment will speak to you in the next couple of days about that solution.
In other news, on Friday morning, the People's Republic of China demonstrated its solidarity with those affected by the trough system of last Christmas Eve with a donation of US $20,000. The donation was made by the PRC Ambassador to Dominica, His Excellency Li Jiangning, and was accepted by the Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Alvin Bernard. According to Ambassador Lee, the gesture, coupled with the resilience of the Dominican people, indicates a speedy rebound for the island. The ambassador reaffirmed that Dominica has a loyal friend in the People's Republic of China.
I learned about this Christmas Eve floods while I was on my way here. I thought we should do something, and today we are offering our token of support with the $30,000 from the Chinese Red Cross, with this $20,000. I hope that this will go some way in helping with the best reconstruction efforts and with helping the people get back on their feet. In times of adversity and such as natural disasters, the people of Dominica are not alone. You have friends.
Honorable Alvin Bernard stated that clearly the relationship shared by the two countries are, quote, multifaceted. The senator explained further that the trough disaster, a consequence of climate change, has meant undoing of realized economic progress for the island. Honorable Bernard told the nation that $20,000 donation is a large step towards redoing that progress.
We've had to consider river training, the construction of defense mechanisms, flood control mechanisms, reconstruction of bridges, reconstruction or rehabilitation of homes, etc., as well as meeting the immediate needs of the affected families. So I must say thank you once again on the behalf of the government and people of Dominica for responding so quickly and allowing the government and the people of Dominica, and particularly the people in the affected areas, to fend off and provide some kind of buffer against this event.
Ambassador Li Jiangning took up the post of ambassador of the PRC to Dominica early January. The National Accreditation Board is advising locals to be on the lookout for schools presenting an opportunity for tertiary education and promising to deliver degrees in extremely short periods of time. In an exclusive interview with GIS News on Wednesday, Roque Bruno, Executive Director of the National Accreditation Board, brought to light the importance of this government agency in ensuring that persons pursuing higher education are protected.
The purpose of the National Accreditation Board is to do two things essentially. One, to assure the quality of tertiary education in Dominica, and two, to improve the quality of higher education in Dominica. It must be noted that the National Accreditation Board deals specifically with tertiary or higher education. The Accreditation Board has developed processes, principles, and standards for accreditation and for registration. And in addition to issuing what we refer to as accreditation letters, We also issue statements on recognition.
There is a growing awareness of the importance of attaining tertiary education. According to Bruno, it is anticipated that by the year 2020, 80% of all jobs available in the world will require tertiary education training. He says government must have been aware of this growing trend to establish the National Accreditation Board by an Act of Parliament in 2006. This growing increase for the need for tertiary education has increased the need of the board to provide statements of recognition. Requests for these statements of recognition are made by individuals as well as employers.
Essentially, a statement of recognition, which is what we are talking about today, provides information as to whether an identified tertiary level institution anywhere in the world has attained the quality assurance standards and whether or not the programs that that institution offers are of an international standard. Because today in the world, when we talk of standards, there is only one standard. The international standard, you either have it or you don't have it.
However, the board faces certain challenges in speedily verifying the awards of some institutions of learning.
It may be that the institution at which someone studied before, the accrediting body which accredited the program that he or she did before, no longer exists, or that accreditation, the responsibility of accreditation now rests with some other accrediting body, and so it makes the task of the National Accreditation Board a little bit more difficult in that we are not able to provide as quickly and expeditiously as possible the reports that people would come to ask us for. It must be noted also that accreditation is for a limited period of time. And so an institution may have received accreditation status but have lost it in the process, and therefore we would have to do much more work to be able to issue a statement and recognition as to whether an institution is in fact accredited or not.
Accreditation of an institution of learning is usually the responsibility of a government agency. However, Bruno reveals that in certain countries this is not the case. This, he says, poses a challenge for the board to locate the agency responsible for issuing awards. Difference in language is also another issue.
A final challenge that we face has to do with translation. Everybody goes all over the world to study. We are only 2 members of staff currently at the National Accreditation Board. And sometimes we have serious difficulty because an award is issued in the language of the country in which you studied. And that in itself may cause some delay in the issuance of the statement of recognition.
However, Bruno says these challenges do not prevent the board from accomplishing its tasks. Finally, Dominicans are advised to be on the lookout in the quest to pursue their education, be it online or abroad. Bruno informs that individuals should search for red flags, such as schools presenting awards in short periods of time or schools not making readily available information regarding their accreditation status.
In an effort to avoid you being defrauded of your monies, and also to avoid you receiving a diploma that has no value, what we refer to as a diploma, we would love to encourage all individuals in Dominica wanting to pursue studies overseas, whether it be face-to-face leaving the country or whether it be online, that they should visit the office of the National Accreditation Board, which is at Barford State in the old GSP building.
In more news, 23 women and 12 men of the communities of Montjean and Rivière-Siric now have new skills and training to make their lives better. Thanks to the Ministry of Social Services, Community Development and Gender Affairs through the Adult Education Division. From June 2013 to January 2014, 12-week sessions were held in the areas of basic and advanced computer skills, life skills, business management, sewing, and hospitality. Shirley Prescott, who received high praise for her dedication to the Adult Education Division, is the Adult Education Officer for the Southeastern District.
Skills training and a self-directed capacity building program, which cost $40,423.50. Montfregat Road completion, Tayam Road upgrade, Tayam Community Resource Center and shelter completion. The skills training and capacity building consists of two major components: a comprehensive educational program and an expansion of the self-directed resource library. The skills training component included basic computer, advanced computer, hospitality, sewing, business management, and life skills and team building.
On Wednesday, February 19, 2014, a graduation ceremony was held to officially mark the end of the capacity building program and to award certificates to 35 participants in recognition of their hard work and commitment to the various programs. Funding for the programs was made possible by the Basic Need Trust Fund. Honorable Ivor Stevenson, parliamentary representative for the Grand Forks constituency, expressed deep gratitude to the BNTF for making funds available for the training programs and also funding other projects in his constituency. He commended those who participated in the various programs and reminded them that developing themselves is building their community.
For my part, I see these skills transcending into our communities and ensuring that we have communities where people are very skillful and that we can offer services that we do not necessarily have to rely on having to get down into more advanced societies such as Roseau in order to obtain the services. So I see right here in River Zurich people who I can now come to and say, I need 20 uniforms for the school children and I need to get it done within the next 2 months. It means that having the skills right here in River Zurich, that the money is going to stay right here in River Zurich. It's going to stay right here in your homes. It also means too that within the hospitality sector, that we now can find new ways of earning income.
Honorable Stevenson gave his commitment to continue presenting learning opportunities for his constituents.
I want to say that as the parliamentary representative, I will continue to ensure that programs like these come to your community so that every one of you can benefit.
The participants, of course, were eager to share their experiences.
We were taught the functions of the computer, advantages and disadvantages of the computer, parts of the computer, how to research on the internet, Microsoft Word, just to name a few. All the skills that we did were beneficial to me in order for me to assist my children in their homework.
I must admit that these programs were very successful and beneficial to me. I have learned a lot from it. I have learned how to budget effectively and to keep proper record.
On behalf of the participants of the sewing program, we all want to extend our gratitude and say thank you very much to the Adult Education Officer, Ms. Shirley Prescott, tutor, Ms. Judy Joyce. The course enhanced my sewing skills.
Francisca Joseph, field supervisor, encouraged the graduates to build on what they have learned and to be prepared to pass on their skills.
We are hoping that at the end of the training that it will be sustainable, that when we are looking for a tutor, when we are looking for a facilitator for River Zurich, for Mount John, that we don't have to go into town to get somebody to come up.
The participants also had the opportunity to put to display their handiwork. Jarna Hector brings us a recap of the week's headline stories next.
Welcome to this week's edition of Flashback. In the headlines this week, the government of Dominica and Range Development Limited signed a memorandum of understanding for the construction of a 75 to 125 room high-end luxury brand hotel in the north of the island. Signing on behalf of the government of Dominica was Financial Secretary Rosamond Edwards and Mohamed Azaria for Range Development Limited. It was also announced this week that a recent upgrade to the water supply system in Lale Grand Bay is finally complete. That project involved the complete replacement of dated water supply pipes at a cost of over $500,000. Two diplomatic representatives presented their letters of credence to Dominica's head of state this week. A new Australian High Commissioner, His Excellency Ross Williams Taiso, was recognized, as well as a new Mexican ambassador, His Excellency Luis Manuel Moreno. And Dominica's Minister for Legal Affairs, Honorable Ian Douglas, declared this week that Dominica is more than ready to welcome the Caribbean Court of Justice, the CCJ, as its final appellate court. This comes a month after Dominica's Prime Minister, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, announced the UK's no objection vote to Dominica detaching from the British Privy Council. Those were the headline stories which made the news this week. It's back to you, Kimani.
And that's the English segment of National Focus. McPherson St. Luce brings us the Creole highlights next.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, le gouvernement Dominique a fait assistance pour la People's Republic of China pour mitigation de dommages qui ont affecté le pays l'année passée. On cérémonie prend place bon matin là, qui voit ambassadeur China, His Excellency Li Jiangning, faire présentation en chèque pour le gouvernement. Ministre l'État, ministre étranger, Honorable Senator Alvin Bernard, recevait l'argent là à ce compte gouvernement.
Nous recevons un cadeau de République China bon matin pour nous garder compte dommage qui fait décembre 24, 2013. Tout le monde, Dominique, connaît autant de dommages qui sont arrivés nous. Expressé moun Charlottesville, Castle Comfort, ces places à Newton, Loubier. Dommage, arrivé Kaimoun, Bitenyon à Kaila, furniture. L'hiver, des floods, damagé Ota Kaimoun, avec l'hôtel aussi. Et bien ça mettait en gros tout dans les affaires gouvernement Dominique. Puis nous n'y pour actuellement acheter l'argent ça pour comment nous ça recouvrir damage ça là. Et bien nous bien contents quand la coutume République China a venu avec aider nous tout de suite. Nous bien contents ça.
Sénateur Bernard fait parole comme le gouvernement a besoin d'autant d'argent pour aider un effort cela.
Nous avons besoin d'autant d'argent pour recouvrir dommages ça là. Caille, la rivière, maçon pour conduire la rivière. Il y a des ponts nous pour ranger. Avec nous aussi pour aider les gens qui perdent un paquet de bagages. Autant de gens perdent cabane, chaises, réchaud, manger, tout le monde. Avec nous, c'est un gouvernement qui toujours ni ça ou qui compassion en anglais pour les gens qui ont souffert. Avec la coutume, nous mettons nous en ordre pour nous aider ces gens là. So, bon matin, nous tapons la République, l'ambassadeur Lin, $20,000 US pour aider nous.
D'autres nouvelles, plaisir, d'autres occasions sport, qui tapé attention à la division sport. Parole celle-là, sorti au coordinateur sport, Trevor Shillingford.
Nous avons aussi parlé de la facilité en village Petite Savane. Nous avons parlé de la facilité en Sinikou, la plaine, la travail qui a pris place les vieux plaine field là pour sort of réhabiliter vieux plaine field ça là. Travail commencé on le plaine field en Woodford. Ça c'est un plaine field qui déjà existe mais travail commencé à aller pour sort of try mettre dans plus meilleure manière qui ces monde là ça servi. Ça c'est dans ces facilités là qui a tapé attention.
Chef officier environ Anthony Scotland a créé à ces populations là pour faire assurer qu'ils ferment la porte et puis fenêtre ailleurs pendant qu'ils ont l'occasion pour détruire maïgouin qui a occasionné des maladies comme dengue et puis chikungunya. Scotland a fait parole que l'opération là c'est seule manière pour empêcher ces maladies là simer. Le département là aussi tapé support Dr. Thais dos Santos, ou de Paro, qui a assisté et puis l'opération là. Dr. dos Santos qui a créé à ces populations là, assisté et puis éradication ces maladies là. Dos Santos aussi complimenté le ministre de la Santé, manière yo ka travail et puis éradication ces mauvais maladies là. Finalement, campagne Blood and Horn qui le département gender organisé, c'est pour voir une commission bien forte on compte violence en toute manifestation. Parole ça sorti au chef département gender Dominic Rosie Brown.
Yon moun qui pa pour la passer la vie because of violence, they are déjà trop. So nous savons tout ça qui a fait nous autant repos et nous aussi ni statistics qui a montré que violence c'est un major problème en société, dans la community là, en société là, en pays là. Et nous ni pour du bout qu'on même pays là pour dire si bel petit pays nous pas un pays qui suppose ni ces situations ça là.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Moi c'est McPherson, Senos. Un bon week-end. Au revoir.
Coming up, your tip of the day.
Together we build, together we strive. We see it all on your Government Information Service, Channel 7. This is the Government Information Service, bringing you all that you need to know about all that's happening in your country's development. GIS, you and your channel.
Fresh fruits and vegetables are an important and flavorful part of a healthful diet. However, they can harbor bacteria, fungi, and other microbes, along with trace of amounts of chemicals. No washing method completely removes or kills all microbes which may be present on the produce, but studies have shown that thoroughly rinsing fresh produce under running water is an effective way to reduce the number of microorganisms. And before we leave, here's an announcement. Residents of Savannah Road at Scott's Head, please take note. Due to resurfacing works of the Savannah Road at Scott's Head, residents, bus drivers, and pedestrians are informed that the road starting from the residence of Mr. Francis Charles and upwards will be closed from Monday, February 24 to Wednesday, February 26, 2014 from 8 a.m. The road will be reopened on Thursday, February 27, 2014. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Friend us on our Facebook page and be sure to like our GIS Dominica fan page. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here at the GIS News Desk, I'm Kimani. Thank you so much for watching and have a good weekend.